Prologue. The orphanage outside Neverwinter. In a small, weathered orphanage beyond the walls of Neverwinter, two outcasts found their first taste of belonging. Jasper, a small green goblin boy, had been told by the caretakers that he was just a different kind of human, one meant for chores. Every day, he scrubbed floors and hauled buckets while the other children mocked and beat him. Then came Camilla, a metallic blue dragonborn girl whose scales gleamed like tempered steel. The others feared her for her color, whispering that blue dragons were evil, cursed by their blood. She had learned to ignore their cruelty until she saw Jasper cornered and bleeding. Her patience broke. She barreled into the bullies, fists flying and smoke curling from her nostrils, scattering them like dry leaves. When the dust settled, she stood protectively over Jasper, daring anyone to try again. From that day forward, they were inseparable, the dragonborn who shielded and the goblin who shadowed. Camilla defended him from every insult and blow, and Jasper, in return, crept through the dormitories at night to reclaim what others had stolen from them. Despite the hardship, they found comfort in small things, stolen moments of laughter, whispered stories beneath the rafters, dreams of a home where no one called them monsters. Then, one night, fate answered. While mending a loose floorboard in the cellar, Jasper uncovered a ring with a green crystal set in its band. Curious, he pried open a tiny latch hidden within it. In an instant, a Tao genie erupted in a swirl of dust and thunder, his laughter shaking the rafters. "You have freed me, little green man," the genie boomed. "Name your heart's desire, and I shall make it so." Jasper blinked up at him, then turned to look at Camilla, who had rushed to his side. "I want," Jasper said quietly, "a long, happy life with Camilla, a home, and children." The Tao's stony face cracked into a smile. "Children? That I can give." With a sweep of his hand, 6 radiant lights fell from the ceiling like shooting stars. They swirled around Jasper and Camilla, filling the cellar with warmth and music. As the light faded, 6 celestial hounds stood before them. They shimmered faintly, their eyes glowing with starlight, their bodies real yet touched by the divine. They nuzzled Jasper's hands as though greeting an old friend returned at last. The Tao's laughter echoed as he faded into dust and wind. "Your wish is granted, little one. Raise them well. They're your stars made flesh." From that night on, the hounds never left Jasper's side. They did not eat, nor sleep, nor age. They appeared when called and vanished when peace returned, each carrying the light of the heavens in their eyes. He named them after the stars that fell that night. Vega Nyx, a red merle Australian shepherd, bright and quick, the leader of the pack. Lyra Nyx, a blue merle with crimson flecks in her coat, joyful and mischievous. Mia Luna, black with white paws and muzzle, calm and watchful as moonlight. Lapis Lazuli, brown-muzzled and white-bellied, gentle and wise. Leon Squall, red-brown with a white chest, fierce and brave. Sergeant, a gray-black-white husky, stoic and steadfast. They were not beasts, but fragments of celestial grace, guardians of the small and pure-hearted. Camilla often joked that Jasper had angels on a leash, but deep down, she knew they were something more, a gift from the heavens to a boy the world had deemed worthless. Part 1. The soldier and the scout years passed, and Camilla sought to prove her worth by joining the Neverwinter Guard. Jasper followed, serving as her scout, confident, and clever right hand. Through countless battles, they earned a reputation, the dragon and the goblin, always together, always victorious. But in truth, they fought not for glory, but for each other. When war erupted in the north, their paths crossed with another fated soul, Sapientia Vena Lightwood, a noble paladin of Silvery Moon, and her 2 unexpected allies, Malika and her mute younger brother Omari. Part 2. The Dawn in the Ashes, Sapientia Vena Lightwood, was born into the noble Lightwood line, descendants of Glandeville Lightwood, famed Knight of Silver under Cernius Alethar. For generations, Her family had served the Silver Marches as knights and paladins of Lathander, protectors of the dawn. Sap's father Tarthiel trained her in the art of battle, while her mother Galia taught her reverence for the divine and the living world. Childhood was filled with forest walks, remembrance rituals, and tales of heroes who turned darkness to dawn. That peace was shattered during the War of the Silver Marches. Sap fought beside her father and younger brother Bamir. The campaign was short but merciless. Both were lost, leaving Sapientia with blood on her blade and grief in her heart. She turned inward, seeking meaning in the teachings of Lathander. Not the glory of sermons, but the quiet rebirth of faith after devastation. Her search led her to the ruins of Reister's Martins, a forgotten temple of the Morning Lord. There she met Malika, a monk of Lathander who lived and trained among the broken stone halls with her younger brother Omari, a small mute boy who communicated through sign language. Malika had devoted her life to mastering the way of the morning sun, a philosophy of inner balance and renewal through disciplined action. Omari, though silent, was deeply expressive. His gestures spoke in poetry, every motion deliberate, every look meaningful. Malika trained him in the art of the monk, teaching him to channel focus and spirit into motion. Lathander speaks through his silence, she often said. Sapientia found solace with them, and for a time, they rebuilt the ruined shrine together. When war's shadow rose again, Sap answered the call to serve as lieutenant of the Silver Marches. Malika and Omari joined her, believing that Lathander's dawn would not be found in isolation, but in the world's broken places. Part 3. The battle and the fire on a battlefield scorched and ruined. Sapientia's unit was ambushed and decimated. Camilla and Jasper, operating as scouts nearby, found her among the dying. Camilla raised her shield over the wounded. Jasper summoned his celestial hounds to drag survivors from the wreckage. Malika and Omari worked wordlessly beside them, wrapping wounds, guiding spirits to peace, and moving with the grace of dawnlight itself. When morning came, only a handful remained alive, the 5 of them among them. None returned to their old allegiances. Together, they walked away from the war, guided by the rising sun. Part 4. The Fireborn. Their wandering took them through the Emberfall Mountains, where the land itself burned with ancient fire. There, they found Pyraxis Inferno Wing, a man wreathed in flame, yet unscathed, standing alone amidst a crater of ash. He carried within him the essence of a phoenix and the whisper of an Ifriti, bound together in eternal conflict, rebirth and ruin intertwined. Camilla saw in him another outcast cursed by nature. Jasper saw a soul lost and searching for home. Sapientia saw a man who needed faith more than forgiveness. Malika saw fire yearning for balance. Omari simply reached out his hand, and Pyraxis, weeping quietly, took it. From that moment, their destinies burned as one. Epilogue. The Ember bonded now, they travel as a family bound by loss and light. Camilla, the storm-scaled soldier, protector of the outcast. Jasper, the goblin touched by starlight, followed always by his celestial hounds. Vega Nyx, the red merle leader. Lyra Nyx, the laughing trickster. Mia Luna, gentle as moonlight. Lapis Lazuli, wise and patient. Leon Squall, brave and impulsive. Sergeant, steadfast and strong. Sapientia, Ravenna Lightwood. Asimar, paladin of Lathander, noble in spirit, still seeking the dawn of her true oath. Malika, monk of the morning sun, calm and radiant, her serenity a balm to the weary. Omari, her young brother, silent disciple, whose gestures speak with divine grace. Pyraxis Inferno Wing, the fireborn wanderer, striving to master the flames of creation and destruction within him. Together, they are the Emberbonded Company, souls forged by flame, faith, and fellowship, walking the road toward a home only the gods themselves could imagine. And in the heavens above, the stars shimmer a little brighter when they pass. For even the smallest light, given purpose, can outshine the fire of war. Other 1. Vega Nix, red merle, 2. Leon Squall brown, 3. Lapis lazuli, black with brown and white, 4. Mia Luna, black and white, 5. Lyra Nix, blue merle, 6. Sergeant, husky. Right arrow's icon. Shine bar align left icon.